Hello and welcome to The Rabbit Hole, the definitive developers podcast in sunny, clear downtown Manhattan. I am your host, Michael Nunez. My co-host is
Dave Anderson,
featuring the producer,
William Jeffries.
And today is our first episode.
Wow.
It's happening.
I'm so excited.
But is it our first episode?
Is it though?
This is our first published episode.
There's some timeline continuity. It's like a time travel episode in Star Trek.
We've actually been recording this for 5 months now? 5 or 6 months.
Yeah, we've been trying to get a backlog of things and conversations we wanted to talk about.
We wanted it to just be totally perfect for you. You're going to love it.
It's magical. So what is our mission with this? Like, what are we trying to do with this podcast?
We want the world to be better developers. We want to share our knowledge of development and software development to the world. I think with our expertise in the field, software development in New York City, we can definitely change the world by sharing the knowledge that we have all together.
I'm feeling a little intimidated, but I think we can do this.
I think we can.
We totally
the whole world is going to be different.
I think so. I think we can do that.
I would like to change one developer's life.
I think
go big, I'll go small.
That's how you start. I'm changing everyone.
You just changed my life, Dave. Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
High five.
Did it.
Done. Podcast over. How are we planning to do that? Well, we'll have discussions based on the daily life of a developer and try to share those experiences to you all to see if there are any pain points that we can help mitigate or help other developers out there in producing good content.
We talk about the kinds of things that we want to listen to as developers, and we think you're going to want to listen to them too.
Yeah. And in the course of our jobs, we all work together at Stride, consulting company in New York. So we have a lot of experience bouncing around between different places, and we tend to learn a lot from teaching people and learn a lot from failing and learn a lot from doing good things as well.
Collectively, we have over 20 years of consulting experience, which is pretty surprising to me. No offense, guys.
That's all your fingers and all your toes if you have 10 fingers and 10 toes. It's more than that. And we have recorded, as mentioned before, we recorded many episodes that we have tried to create a backlog to ensure that we deliver this content to you and hope that you find this content useful. One of the episodes includes test-driven development and why everyone should be test driving their code to ensure code clarity and efficiency when dealing with big code bases.
Yeah, it's important.
That was a really good episode. What was your favorite episode, Dave? I mean, that we are going to do.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed talking about learning new languages and talking about that, and also talking about agile practices like retros. That was a pretty cool episode. It's a pretty cool, will be.
Yeah, I think my favorite was the one on mentorship versus management, because it's like, it's a squishy topic, but understanding the difference between mentorship and management is really important to being able to do either one of them competently, and you really need a good mentor and a good manager both in your life.
The stack exchange doesn't cut it all the time.
Yeah. It's just like, it will level you up so much faster as a developer if you have that.
And as we mentioned before, we currently work for Stride Consulting. It's an Agile-based consulting company, which this podcast will probably be an Agile exercise. So you will hear certain events happen. We have a ton of ways of shifting and delivering the content that we'll be playing around with and hoping that we get the feedback necessary to ensure that the podcast is pristine and awesome for you to listen.
Yeah, we do happen to all work at Stride, and they are footing the bill for this, and that's the thing we want to disclose because that could be a conflict of interest, but I think that it's valuable because it's a major source of expertise for us, and we're not here to shill for anybody. What we're here to do is to teach and to learn from each other and from you, and that's the real focus of this podcast, and I think you're going to like what you hear.
Well said.
And with the knowledge that we've gained at the different clients that we're currently on, we learn from these experiences and we get to share them with everyone, with all of our listeners. And I personally hope that you all enjoy the content that we bring to the internet.
Hit us up on Twitter at Radio Free Rabbit.
Thank you for listening. I'd like to thank my co-host, Dave, and the awesome producer, William. And I'd like to thank our listeners. We'll see you next time.
All right.